Pooh Shiesty is no longer signed in 1017, and Gucci Mane no longer has his wedding ring and no longer has his watch. But Gucci, you can holler at me. I can get it back for you, bruh. Other than that, man, it is what it is.
Leaked footage of Pooh Shiesty robbing Gucci Mane is blowing up online, and the streets can't stop talking about it. Behind those icy chains and million-dollar flexes, there's a darker story brewing. A story of loyalty gone wrong and revenge served cold. Gucci Mane, the man who built empires out of trap beats and street hustle, found himself tangled in serious street politics. The drama exploded when his own artist crew snatched his jewelry right off his neck in broad daylight. The betrayal was bold. But what's even crazier is how planned out this whole thing was. The fall of the ice cream man wasn't random. It was ruthless, calculated, and way deeper than anyone expected. And yeah, that leaked footage, it's about to shut the internet down for real. Now, the entire hip-hop scene is on edge. Everyone's asking the same question. How did one of rap's most powerful figures get caught slipping by his own people? This isn't just some rumor floating around on social media. This is real street tension spilling into the spotlight. People online been debating nonstop saying Gucci Mane got robbed, but calling it all fake news for clout. Well, that's about to change because we're breaking down exactly what went down. No filters, no cap. It all happened last Tuesday night in Dallas, Texas, the night that flipped Gucci Mane's world upside down. The rap boss was locked in his private studio running business as usual when Pooh Shiesty pulled up with a whole different vibe. He came with his squad, ready for anything, and the tension in that room, you could cut it with a knife. Things were about to get real, fast. Now wait a second. Don't go thinking this was just some regular label beef over contracts or music deals. This drama cuts way deeper than paperwork or dollar signs. What went down here was about respect, loyalty, and street codes being broken in the worst way. And here's where it gets wild. We got our hands on exclusive security footage showing every second of what went down that night. I'm talking real uncut footage that's about to flip the story on its head. And before anyone starts doubting what's being said, don't forget, I've been reporting real street stories for years, and my record speaks for itself. When I say something went down, it went down exactly how I'm about to lay it out. So let's get into it. Tuesday night, around 11 p.m., right in Dallas, Gucci Mane was locked in his private studio working on some brand new heat for his next project. Everything was cool, chill vibes, until Pooh Shiesty pulled up out of nowhere with 3 of his boys straight from Memphis. No warning, no heads up, just pure tension walking through the door. Now, if you've been keeping up with this whole situation, you already know Pooh Shiesty's been holding on to some real frustration about how Gucci Mane handled his homie Big Scar's funeral situation. That right there was the spark. The reason behind all this built-up anger that was about to explode in the worst way possible.
God passing away, like to this day, I still ain't really got over that. It's my little cousin, to tell me welcome home, still messing with me up for real, so I ain't really got over it yet.
In the streets, loyalty means everything. When an artist passes away, especially someone as young and gifted as Big Scar, the label boss is expected to step up and handle business like family. That means funeral costs, family support, and making sure the legacy gets respected. But this time, things took a different turn, and Pooh Shiesty felt like Gucci Mane completely disrespected his fallen brother's memory. Word on the block was that the family was left struggling, and the receipts tell a cold story. According to Big Scar's family, Gucci only sent $10,000, just enough to cover the flowers, not the full funeral. They said the real send-off should have cost at least $50,000 to do it right. That's a huge gap, and the family wasn't having it. Scar's sister even came out snapping, saying, "My brother was worth more than $10,000. You could feel the pain and anger in her voice. And then came the wildest part. The family claimed Gucci said he couldn't cover the full funeral because his wife's birthday was coming up. That hit different. The streets started buzzing immediately, calling that move cold and heartless. That moment right there flipped the loyalty script and lit the fuse that would lead to one of the biggest fallouts in recent rap history.
Funeral paid for. That 10K went to flowers high. We still got a casket. He getting cremated. He getting put up in a museum. Bitches would not be able to walk on my brother's grave. He ain't getting put in no ground. He ain't getting buried with no chains. He not getting them chains back. Period. At the end of the day. Receipts that Annabelle uploaded. For the bill. And the receipts. Like I said, we only received $10,000. What the other 10 is, I don't know. But yeah. I'm at work with my feet up, making boxes.
Talking about some long live him, bro. You ain't do nothing, cuz, on God. And you ain't getting them chains, cuz. You can't get them chains. There's no way you can get them chains. The minute that them folk called your phone to see if you were gonna pay for the funeral, you blocked them. That's not real, cuz. On God, that's not real. I thought Gucci was rich too.
Let me break down why this whole situation hit Pooh Shiesty so deep. This wasn't just about business, this was personal. Big Scar wasn't just another rapper on the label. He was Pooh's day one brother from Memphis. They grew up side by side, came up from the trenches together, and built their dreams from nothing. So when Scar passed away, Pooh didn't just lose an artist, he lost family. That kind of pain doesn't fade easy. And when Gucci Mane didn't handle the funeral right, it cut straight to the heart. But hold up, this story gets way deeper than some funeral drama. Pooh Shiesty had been carrying that pain and anger for months, quietly plotting in the background. He wasn't just sitting around stewing, he was planning. So when he pulled up to that Dallas studio that night, he wasn't coming to record, chill, or talk deals. Nah, he came with a purpose, to make a statement and pull off one of the boldest moves of 2024. From the second Pooh Shiesty walked in, the whole vibe in that studio shifted. This wasn't no casual artist meeting, this was tension you could feel in the air. Pooh Shiesty locked eyes with Gucci and said straight up, "I don't want to be part of this label no more." That's when things started to heat up. Fast. Gucci tried to keep it cool, talking about loyalty, teamwork, and trying to fix the situation. He was on that peace talk saying they could work through it. But Pooh Shiesty wasn't buying any of that. He wasn't on business time. He was on real emotion. Then he dropped the line that froze the whole room. He told Gucci straight up, "You left my brother's family hanging when they needed you most. You got millions, but you couldn't even give my homie the send-off he deserved." The air went silent after that. It wasn't just words. It was betrayal, pain, and truth all hitting at once. Pooh Shiesty looked Gucci dead in the eyes and said, "That's not the type of boss I want to work for." The room went cold. Gucci tried to calm things down, explaining his side, but Pooh wasn't hearing a single word of it. He was done. No more excuses, no more loyalty talks, just pure frustration boiling over. After about 25 minutes of back and forth, voices rising, tension thick in the air, Pooh made his move. He stood up, grabbed his bag, and said flat out, "I'm out, and this the last time we ever talk." Then he headed straight for the door. But what nobody inside that studio realized was that the real action was just getting started. Outside, 2 cars were parked in the dark, engines running, lights low. Sitting inside were Pooh's guys, his so-called crash dummies from the infamous Chopper Gang. These weren't random friends or hangarounds. These were his day one soldiers from Memphis, ready to move at his signal. See, while Pooh Shiesty was in that studio arguing with Gucci, his crew was already in position. The plan was tight, every step timed out perfectly. They knew exactly when Pooh would walk out, and they knew exactly what to do once he was clear of the building. This wasn't no spur-of-the-moment decision. It was a setup from the start. Now, for anyone who doesn't know how these kinds of street plays go down, let me paint the picture. The Chopper Gang has been active in Memphis for years, known for hitting licks, snatching chains, and standing on business with no hesitation. They don't chase clout, they chase respect. These dudes have a rep that's built on real action, not internet talk. When you go against one of them, you go against all of them. And they take that personally. The streets in Memphis already know. The Chopper Gang doesn't back down, and they don't tolerate disrespect, especially when it comes to loyalty. And here's the crazy part. As soon as Pooh Shiesty stepped into his car, ready to dip, his crew made their move with military precision. Everything happened fast, smooth, and planned to the second. The trap was set, the streets were quiet, and the night was about to explode with a move that nobody, not even Gucci, saw coming. They ran up on Gucci Mane with the heat out. No talking, no warnings, no deals. This wasn't a stick-up for show. This was a straight-up takeover. They wanted that jewelry, and they were ready to grab it by any means necessary. The first thing they snatched? Gucci's wedding ring, the one his wife, Keishia Kawar, gave him as a symbol of their love. That piece alone was blinding. Platinum and diamonds worth around $200,000, gone in seconds. Then they went straight for his wrist, ripped off his luxury Patek Philippe like it was nothing. Another $300,000 piece, gone just like that. In less than 30 seconds, $500,000 worth of ice disappeared right off Gucci's body. That's the kind of hit that makes the whole industry stop and pay attention. But here's the part that's got everyone in shock. This wasn't some random street robbery or a spur-of-the-moment move. Nah, this was strategic, planned out, timed perfectly. Pooh Shiesty knew exactly what was about to go down before he even stepped foot in that studio. The whole confrontation, that was the setup. the distraction to keep Gucci focused while his crew got in position outside. And if you know anything about the streets, you know that kind of move sends a message way louder than words ever could. This wasn't about the money, this was about respect, payback, and principle. Pooh Shiesty was letting Gucci know one thing. The Big Scar situation wasn't forgotten, and it wasn't forgiven. This was his way of saying that disrespect comes with a price, and he just made sure Gucci felt it, loud and clear.
How SIT to be exact. You know, this the faster key. They come with black keys, but when you got this key, make the car fast. You unlock all the engine power. But, you know, this my first track out. Been one bad. I got this on Gucci Mane's birthday. Like, he gifted me this at his birthday dinner. The dinner was almost over, we leaving. I'm thinking I'm finna go get back in my Hellcat.
After the robbery went down, Gucci Mane had no choice. He dropped Pooh Shiesty from 1017 Records immediately. The partnership was finished, done for good, no coming back from that kind of betrayal. But even though the paperwork was handled, the damage was already deep. Gucci was left without his wedding ring, missing his most expensive watch, and walking around with the whole industry whispering about how the trap god got caught slipping. The streets couldn't stop talking. Everyone was shocked, not just because of the robbery, but because of what it exposed. Gucci's entire setup had major cracks showing. How did his own artist crew get that close to him? Where was the security team? Where were the people paid to protect him? Those questions started bouncing all over social media and inside every record label boardroom. Every boss was rethinking their inner circle that night. Then, to make it worse, YouTuber Seti Nash caught wind of the situation. And when he gets info, he drops receipts. Nash has been deep in the hip-hop scene for years, covering real street news from Atlanta to Memphis, and his sources don't miss. So when he uploaded his breakdown video, the internet exploded. Comments flooded in, clips spread like wildfire, and everyone wanted to know how one of the most powerful men in rap could lose his ice in a setup that came straight from his own camp.
Pooh Shiesty is no longer signed in 1017, and Gucci Mane no longer has his wedding ring and no longer has his watch. But Gucci, you can holler at me. I can get it back for you, bruh. Other than that, man, it is what it is. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Believe me, don't believe me, but y'all know when I break down street shit like this, I'm never wrong.
Seti Nash came through with all the details nobody else had, and he didn't hold back. He broke down exactly how Pooh Shiesty set the whole thing in motion, how his crew moved with military-level precision, and how Gucci got caught slipping with zero warning. Every angle, every second of that night, Nash laid it all out like a movie. The planning, the timing, and the cold execution. But here's the slick part. Nash made sure to play it smart. He didn't come out directly pointing fingers at Pooh for planning the whole setup because he knows Pooh's still on probation. One wrong word could turn this story from street drama into a legal nightmare. Nash walked that fine line perfectly, giving just enough truth to blow minds, without saying anything that could get somebody locked up.
Pooh Shiesty still ain't forgave Gucci Mane on the way in which he handled the whole entire situation. See, what a lot of people don't know is that some things are unforgivable to some people. Pooh Shiesty, Scar's death is one that he could not forgive. So Pooh Shiesty has not been rocking with Gucci Mane at all since he got out. And as of today, Gucci Mane, Pooh Shiesty went their separate ways. But the details on how that happened, whew.
Some fans in the comments were saying straight up that Pooh Shiesty was the one who planned the whole robbery himself. But Seti Nash kept things cool and diplomatic. He wasn't about to cross that line because he knows the game. You don't risk somebody's freedom over a YouTube video, no matter how wild the story is. Still, the streets were already talking, and everyone had their own version of the truth. Sides were forming fast, and Memphis was buzzing heavy. Now let's get real. The Chopper Gang's name carries serious weight in Memphis. These dudes got a rep that goes way back, long before Pooh Shiesty ever hit fame. They've been out here moving like a unit, taking what they want, making bold statements, and standing on their rep for years. This ain't their first high-profile move, and the streets know it won't be their last either. When the Chopper Gang shows up, people pay attention, because history shows they don't play about loyalty or respect. After the video dropped, the whole hip-hop world jumped in with opinions. Some artists said Gucci had it coming after how he handled Big Scar's passing. They felt like karma came knocking. Others, though, said robbing your former boss is a line that should never be crossed no matter what went down. The community was completely divided, half siding with loyalty to Scar, half saying business is business. But let's be honest, this situation runs deeper than a robbery or some quick street beef. It's about loyalty, respect, and how you treat the people who helped build your empire. Gucci Mane learned the hard way that when you don't show love and support during tough times, especially when someone in your camp loses family, the streets won't forget. And beyond the personal drama, this whole mess exposed the darker side of the rap game: label politics, broken promises, and artists feeling used when real-life pain hits. When Big Scar died, his family didn't just want money. They wanted Gucci to show up like family. When that didn't happen, it cracked the foundation of 1017. And that rift turned into a full-blown war that nobody could stop.
10K ain't did shit but buy obituaries and flowers, boo. This shit ain't here with no obituaries and flowers, boo. 10K ain't shit. My brother was way more worth, baby, my brother worth more than 10K. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. Yeah, Gucci son 10,000, and it was somebody else on another 10. So it was 20,000 in all.
At the end of the day, Gucci Mane's situation goes way deeper than just losing some flashy jewelry or getting clowned online. This is about power, loyalty, and what happens when trust breaks down between people who came from the same grind. In this game, respect means everything. And when you're dealing with street dudes who got nothing to lose and everything to prove, you better keep that respect solid at all times, or things can flip on you fast. Now, the real question everyone's asking, what's next for Gucci Mane? After this whole ordeal, he's got a long road ahead if he wants to rebuild his image in the streets. His reputation took a major hit, and now he's got to move smarter than ever. Security's gonna have to be tighter, his inner circle smaller, and his moves more private. This robbery was a harsh reminder that even millionaires can get touched if they don't stay alert. As for Pooh Shiesty, the fallout changed everything for him too. He's officially a free agent now. No label, no boss, just his name and his code. And while most labels might think twice before signing someone with that kind of controversy, his street rep, it just skyrocketed. People see him as someone who stands on principle, even if it costs him big money and fame. This whole saga is gonna shake up the entire hip-hop world. Label owners everywhere are watching closely, realizing that when personal situations like funerals, family issues, or tragedies come up, you can't just treat your artists like business deals. You gotta treat them like people. Because in this game, respect ain't optional. It's survival. You can't just throw a little cash at a problem and expect everything to be cool. Not in this game. Artists want to feel like family, not just business partners. Respect and loyalty run deeper than money, and Pooh Shiesty just proved that in the loudest way possible. His value in the streets went straight up, not because of fame, but because he stood on principle. He showed he was willing to walk away from millions to defend his fallen brother and his beliefs. That kind of loyalty, it's rare, and it earns respect everywhere, even if it costs you everything. Now, I know everyone's been waiting for that exclusive footage I mentioned earlier, the one that's got the whole internet buzzing. The security cameras from that Dallas studio caught it all. From the heated argument between Pooh and Gucci, to Pooh storming out the building and his crew lining up outside for the setup. Every single second was recorded. And it's about to prove that this whole situation was way more calculated than anyone imagined. But before we even get into that clip, let's keep it real. This is serious street business. What's on that footage could have legal weight. So what you're about to see isn't just drama, it's evidence of how deep the strategy went. Pooh wasn't out here playing around. He was playing chess, while Gucci was still playing checkers. And trust me, once you see this, you'll understand exactly how far ahead Pooh Shiesty was thinking that night. The footage is crystal clear. You can see Pooh's crew sitting in their cars, engines running, just waiting for the signal. You can see them stepping out, moving in sync, and surrounding the studio like they practiced it 100 times. Then comes the moment everyone's been talking about, Gucci's stunned reaction when he realizes what just went down. His face says it all. Total shock. This isn't just footage, it's the kind of exclusive that flips the whole story upside down. What's on that video is about to change everything and send the internet into a total frenzy. So what do you think about all this? Was Pooh Shiesty's move a justified message about loyalty and respect? Or did it cross a line that should have never been touched? And what about Gucci Mane? Did he mishandle the Big Scar situation? Or was he just caught up in something that spiraled out of control? This one's got the entire culture debating, so drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's see where everyone stands on this wild story. And yo, if you're into real street stories, behind-the-scenes industry drama, and exclusive footage that nobody else can get their hands on, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss what's next. We got more breaking updates coming that'll shake the whole hip-hop world and expose secrets the industry's been trying to hide. Trust me, this Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty saga, it's just the start of something even bigger. The streets are talking, and we're right here, breaking it all down for you. Stay locked in, fam, because the next drop is gonna be straight chaos.